When the article comes in front of it, it acts as, think of it as what? The act of swimming. And so, what we want to do, we want to familiarize ourselves with nouns. Keep in mind, in English, these nouns have genders, masculine and feminine. Remember, when it comes to the Greek, there's also the neuter. Okay, keep that in mind. We want to understand the number. When we're talking about number, we're not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Number in Greek is either singular or plural. When we say, what number is it? I'm asking you whether it's singular or plural. There are cases in Greek. Like I say, we're going to come back to this because it's very in-depth. Nominative case, genitive case, locative case. And so it's a lot to cover, so we'll come back to the case and deal with that. There's also a part of speech in Greek called the infinitive. The way to understand the infinitive is, in English, English will add the ing, making it a gerund. But in Greek, the infinitive will change the syntax around. So instead of saying, swimming is fun, the infinitive will say, to swim is fun. That's the infinitive. Now, there's also something that you will see that sometimes come before the infinitive, which is called the article. Okay? And so we're going to see a lot of articles in Greek. Okay? And I'll give you all of the definite articles today. And so you can know exactly what I'm talking about. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let's go on then to pronouns. Pronouns are words used to take the place of nouns, he, she, it. The Greek language comes equipped with a full roster of pronouns, like the personal pronoun he, okay? And so the personal pronoun he is in English. How is that in Greek? Well, it's alpha, upsilon, tav, omicron, sigma. So, in English, when we see the pronoun he, she, it, okay? So, this is, in English, the pronoun is he. In Greek, everybody repeat after me, otos. Otos. So, that means what? He. Okay? That means he. Otos. And so, and this is why the article is important, because when I get to the articles, you would notice the ending here in os, which means it's masculine. And that's why we would know he is masculine, because of the article at the end, the definite article. So when we get to that, we'll explain that some more. And so you would be able to identify this when you were reading the Greek. Okay? Go ahead. That's not a U. What is that? That's a upsilon. And that is not a thing over the U. That's a what? We went over breathing marks last class. That's a what? Breathing mark. There are two breathing marks. There's rough and smooth. Is this a rough or smooth? Smooth breathing mark. So it's not a thing. It's a upsilon. And it's not a thing. It's a smooth breathing mark. Okay? Remember now, the Hebrew and Greek writers, they are not like the English. Okay, Carolyn is my wife. In English, I love you, right? Okay. Collie is my friend. In English, I say the same word, I love you. Who won't be my enemy? Williams is my enemy. The Bible says love your enemy. So in English, I use the same word for love my wife, love my friend, love my enemy. The Greek writers does not do that. They will use a different word for love. So when I say I love my wife, they're not going to use the same word. When they say, sorry, let me add another one to it. When they say, I love God, I love my wife, I love my friend, I love my... If we were looking at the articles, in the Septuagint, so we were looking at the Old Testament, the analogy I used with God being in the masculine.